This morning, they keep talking about the Deshaun Watson situation. They hired this federal retired
Like
judge.
he killed these women.
They obviously respect her, both sides. She looked at it. She came out with a decision. Hey, man, that's it.
Like
that
me
should be
and my
it.
decision.
People
And
are
in the
saying,
book, I
why
wrote,
would he
if I
settle
did it.
if he was innocent?
When
Hey,
you're
look,
innocent,
guys,
you're innocent.
he's not going to change anybody's mind no matter what he does. He can't change my mind. I think he probably was out of line with some of the girls, and I think some of the girls jumped on board because there was a chance of making
Surprised
money.
he didn't cut her head off. You are!
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey!
Oh, yeah!
Good morning and welcome to episode 999 of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, August 2nd, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us today. I've got a cup of coffee full of stuff we missed while we took a couple of shows off. Hello, everyone. How are you? Good.
Pretty
Good, Will. I'm
Good.
good. How's Wes?
You guys look refreshed.
Well, yeah, we got a little sun.
Good time.
It was almost too sunny, Wes. It was, it was. You wouldn't like it. It was too sunny. It was
Too sunny. You're right. I'm
me
glad you
too.
guys saved me from all that fun.
Laughter was too bountiful.
The house was too big. The AC
Yeah.
too strong.
Wow.
Thank God you guys were looking out for me. I appreciate it.
True.
It's too much.
You would have hated it.
Yeah, sounds like it. Limo rides, Atlantic City. God, awful.
Yeah, the great concert.
Ooh.
Hey, we were
Jackson
gonna
Boys
gamble,
rocked it.
Wes.
Will got on stage and sang.
I saw that.
Sang a song.
Beast of Burden.
Yeah, Beast of Burden.
We didn't
Luckily-
gamble because we knew you weren't
luckily,
coming, Wes.
Made it
Didn't
through.
gamble. Oh, well.
Yeah.
I probably would have skipped the concert and gone to gamble. To be honest,
Trip of a lifetime. Some would say.
Right.
If I'm being
Real
honest.
sunny though. So
Yeah. Oh, I didn't change my name. Sorry.
That's okay.
West not at the beach. at West not at the beach. Did you secure that handle?
I did
'Cause that's-
not. No.
Oh damn. That'd have been good.
Shout out to the Hard Factor fans that were at
Yes.
the show that came and said hello.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm sorry that I can't remember any of your names because I was that banged up.
There was a bachelor party happening. I know that. I was when I was talking to a couple Hard Factor fans. It was a period of the night, Wes, where I thought that I had contracted COVID, and it was taking over my body. Turns out,
really?
I was just hungover.
Did you have COVID? Because I
No.
was sniffling at the airport.
No, a couple
So I
more,
was like,
couple more bebragios, and I was in good shape.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
think you were hungover because It was like 11 p.m. and you were drinking double Jack and Coke, so it'd be you were drunk.
They were triples.
Yeah, so you can't be hungover when you're blind drunk.
Well, look, you tell me.
Well,
You tell me I was
can be.
sick. One drink later, not sick. You figure it out.
Okay.
That's how it works, though.
But I was fist bumping out of precaution. Wasn't shaking hands until
Really?
until that triple hit. Then I said,
fist bumping?
I said, shake my hand, son.
I was just
You were at the concert without a mask, so
right. If I had it, everybody's got it probably because I was just like
No, but I'm negative here, so that's
drunk
good.
tornado. Yeah.
I'm glad you guys
great.
had fun.
Everybody's negative.
Me too.
Wes, you didn't catch COVID, did you?
Wes is certainly being pretty negative.
Wes,
No.
you didn't catch COVID, did you? While you were
Not at the
there?
wedding I was working at. Not sitting
at your
around
other
my
job. Okay,
not
good.
sitting around the house doing nothing. No.
What did you think we were
Okay,
doing the whole time?
glad you were safe.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew exactly what you guys were doing the whole time.
Oh, yeah. You were right.
Yeah, I was exactly right.
Fun
No,
fact.
I'm glad you guys had a good time. I had booked the wedding a long time before.
Yeah.
The only time I felt bad, honestly, was when the blue crab feast hit. And I was like, oh,
That was
That
fucked
was
up.
a little bit of a direct.
That was the only time that I really got genuinely a little mad.
Yeah.
Oh, Wes, check it out. Jimmy's,
We had a
Jimmy's
great
famous
time.
Seafood.
And
I'm
I
adding
didn't
to a
really care at all
sticker
that you
wall.
weren't there. And then the blue crabs hit, and I was like, this is fucked up.
It was fucked up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
YouTube.com/Hard Factor News if you want to see the Jimmy's famous seafood sticker. Came up. It's up.
You would have
there.
hated it, Wes.
Oh, they were the. I mean, it was some of the best.
crabs
Never
were too
mind.
big.
You know what?
Those New
Jimmy's
York
is great.
crabs. Yeah. Well, I hope they were good. I hope you guys had.
They're
it.
from
They were
Baltimore.
driven in from Baltimore. Fresh. Yeah.
That's
Good. Biggest, best ones.
they looked
handpicked They had, yeah.
It pays to be PFT.
It does.
And
really-
friends with
And his friends
Yeah,
didn't get
yeah,
invited
right.
to the beach. Yeah.
Right. Also to be friends with us. Yeah.
Thought I was. Guess not.
Well, cuts have to be made. It's like a wedding, right?
Next
No, I
time.
get it. No, there's not enough room anywhere.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
No.
No. I
close.
had to stay at the house.
You were close.
I would have had to stay there. Yeah.
All right. Wes, I mean, how was it though? I saw you got stuck behind 2 trains.
2 trains. I almost got a third, but I zoomed right underneath that. I was not having.
I love his music.
Yeah, I almost drove into the train.
Yeah.
Matt Hughes style.
After a long day of work and with a 2-hour drive ahead of me home, while you guys are at the beach, and here comes the train.
We almost left you a video. We left our other buddy Colin a video on the limo, being like, "You loser, suck it."
Oh yeah,
We almost
Colin
left
got
you,
yeah.
too.
It was a little bit more brutal. Wes, it was even worse.
Okay. Well, he
Anyways.
probably cared.
We're back.
All right, today we're back, and it's good to be back. And I've got a cup of coffee in the big time, full of stuff we missed, taking those couple shows off, and of course, fresh, dirty dog news. And then Mark's got some state execution news after that. Pat's got
bringing it right back down.
yeah. Well, the dirty dog. I mean, it's going to be a dark episode, honestly, because Pat's got a McDonald's atrocity and an Iran nuclear deal.
Yeah, but I covered from a pretty fun angle.
Okay. Well, and then Wes has a brand new epidemic to close it out. So
Yeah. Just watch out for this one. Not great.
it's gonna get dark today.
Let's do the news.
Let's do it. Trivia is this Friday, August 5th. Everybody, don't forget.
Oh, good call.
So just had to mention that. Now
1000th episode tomorrow. Thousands tomorrow.
that is one after 9:99. Let's do it. Cup of coffee in the big times up first.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
Top trending stories at the time of taping. But first, a fun fact and some jokes of the day. Fun fact, Wikipedia's recession definition page has been updated 22 times in the last 24 hours. That's what @WatcherGuru tweeted on July 29th, 2022. So that, the recession thing, it was we'll get to it in a second. The negative quarters anyways.
Good to have you
Scrub.
back. Good to have you back, Will.
I'll tell you
Scrubbed
what.
from Wikipedia.
The super users over there at Wikipedia must not be happy about that. They don't like that type of action.
Yeah, there's a lot. And so
was
it got
who was it updated by? Doesn't it have to be?
I'm
by
checking.
Wikipedia?
I'm literally checking right now. No. You can
That's in
update,
logs, baby.
but a super, yeah, you can see who updated. But a super user is going to be in there just banning people left and right from
right. I
Wikipedia.
think Pat, there was like basically like a battle going on of like who was going to define it the way they wanted to
22
because
times, and they couldn't. I can't even get my page up at all after 50 mentions on the
Yeah,
site.
hey, what's up with that? I thought we
What the
talked about this.
fuck?
That we've done press, okay, and Mark needs his Wikipedia page. He has a unique spelling of
Where's
his
it
last
at?
name. There's no other Mark Borges out there.
There's one other Mark Borgie who runs a very successful New York art shop, and he's gay and very good at painting. But I'm the only other one, and that guy is. I need to get some recognition because this guy's trouncing me right
And
now.
we
I
made
hope
it
you've just
clear.
offended the fuck out of another Mark Borgie who's listening.
Look, guys, someone out there has Wikipedia karma and needs to create Mark a page. It's not that hard, okay?
Wait,
It's
I
our
don't have one
1000th
either.
episode tomorrow. Well, when I told you guys
They
years
could make
ago,
29 edits to the
years ago, I
Wes,
told you
this
guys
is not your
start
month.
editing on
We're
Wikipedia.
excluding you from everything this month. You're not getting a Wikipedia.
Yeah, but I'm like a D-list reality TV star.
Yeah, you got
Jesus.
a
fuck?
filmography.
You should
Oh my
have one.
God.
Let's get them both up, guys.
All right.
Somebody
Will's a
else-
lost cause, honestly, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, I'm not worried
'cause
about
It's the
it.
name. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the
The
name.
anonymity is nice. All right. Okay. Next one is jokes of the day. There's several, and I don't know. Did anybody read this one from ElGarvo? Because he says, "I rearranged all my
Saw that.
wife's spices."
Yeah.
Did we read this?
No.
She doesn't know it yet, but the time is cumin. Classic.
I like it.
Time is cumin or time is coming?
Coming.
Well, it's
But-
Yeah,
cumin.
but it's spelled
Right,
the
but
same way.
I-
but
Yeah, I know, but how do you say the joke is my question.
Good
you
call.
said it the right
My
way.
delivery.
Wes said it the correct way.
Could have been off, but yeah, I think you have to clarify that it's the spice.
Right.
Okay, and then
But
the natural reaction then is, wait, isn't cumin smelled like coming?
Right.
There's
a
could
little.
go a lot of ways, but it's a
One
good
less M. From Bobby says 2 cannibals are walking down the street and see a dead clown. As they start eating the clown, one cannibal says to the other, "Does this taste funny to you?"
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's good. ElGarvo's got another one. He says, "I have a fear of over-designed apartments development. I have a complex.
I also like that.
It's like a Reader's Digest style. And then Rad Dad, since 2016, he comes in with when he says, "Why is 6 afraid of 7?"
Because 7, 8, 9.
No, because 7 is a registered sex offender. 6 offender. Sorry, registered 6 offender.
Oh, by the way, we were supposed to mention Rad Dad's very sweet wife sent us a DM.
Sorry,
Are you
going to
mention this?
I forgot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she wanted us to say, happy anniversary, kidney anniversary. 2 years ago, she needed a kidney transplant, and Rad Dad was the only acceptable donor, so we gave up a kidney for his wife. So happy anniversary. She's a very sweet lady. Loves Dan so much.
I'm so glad that you were able to deliver that thank you to Rad Dad.
Not great at processing alcohol, though. I'll be honest with you.
Right.
So
But Wes,
thank you, Mary.
You support that cause of organ donorship.
Thank you, Mary.
so-
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, from husband to wife, wife to husband, I'll allow it.
Huge member of the Heart of Hive, Rad Dad. Mary was like, if you could give him a shout out, and then he was like, he reached out to me. He was like, you don't have to worry about that. I was like, no, Rad Dad, we're gonna do it. But also, Rad Dad gets a shout out every week, Mary, because he deserves it, because he's at every trivia night and he's been on like every Green Room and all those shows.
And he gives hell to the rookies.
He told me to block you.
Give him hell, Rad Dad.
Is what he told me.
He told me to block you too, Mary.
With all this, praising of Rad Dad, he better send in. I want to hear that squad car squawking.
Yeah, I know. I want to hear him just talking shit to rookies, telling them to do something that's outside of the handbook. Haze them.
Also, I definitely don't tell my wife that story because all I give her is grief.
No,
you know what I mean?
I've never told my wife about Rad Dad. Are you kidding me?
never
He
know.
donated his kidney.
No. We're moving.
Not a match, sweetie.
We're moving slow here, guys. We got to pick it up.
We're rusty.
We'll pick it up, Pat,
okay.
with the help of a trusty old segment.
Living on the edge of a lightning bolt, and I do not apologize for that.
That's right. It is a lightning round of things that we missed while we were gone. Ableism. What is it? It's trending a lot now.
Oh yeah. Wait, people don't know what ableism is?
Ableism. I don't understand, but there's several topics about it that trend.
Isn't it like making fun of disabled people?
Right.
Yeah.
It's more celebrating your ableism
Right.
Okay, and then there was
in the
also,
face of disabled people.
There was also another term that trended, tenderqueer. Didn't know that one either.
Tenderqueer. Wow.
If I was going to be with a queer, I'd want to be with a tender one.
I'd want a tender one. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to just learn a little by little. Anyways, don't know.
What is
Gotta move on.
tenderqueer?
Tenderqueer is when you give your kidney to your wife.
I think it's like a style. It's like a style. It's like a style. you say.
Tenderqueer, sometimes derogatory.
Hey.
Sometimes derogatory. Not in this case, but an LGBTQ plus person who has a sensitive or openly emotional disposition.
Right. This was about somebody who was claiming that that's what
Don't they all? It's like, just kidding.
No, they don't.
Okay. So it's something. There you go. We learned new words today. Now, Charles Barkley, he is not leaving the TNT or the NBA for LIV golf. He made that official. So Charles stays. Massachusetts legalized sports gambling finally. Ivana Trump's grave on a Trump golf course can apparently be a huge tax loophole for the Trumps.
I love this. Yeah, he absolutely is dodging like income tax, sales tax, all the taxes.
Every style of tax on anything on that golf course apparently is now
I'm sure that wasn't intentional.
done.
It's gonna have like some sheep on there one day.
Yeah, right.
Get that ag exemption.
Yeah, get that ag exemption.
Right, like the people in Texas with the longhorns.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, that is. Tax loopholes are great.
On the LIV,
that's a strong one. A grave.
Did you guys see the Phil Mickelson backswing where the guy goes, "You work for the Saudi royal family."
Oh, really?
What it's supposed to say.
That's pretty good.
Phil, I've never seen this before. He stepped back and then did another practice swing. The guy really got in his head.
Yeah, a little bit. But that's what it comes when you have a loud crowd, which is fun in the LIV. Senate Republicans voted down the PACT Act, which they will also do the same, surely, with the impending assault rifle ban that was also coming over from Pelosi's desk. Not much bipartisanship going on as elections get closer, you will notice.
Take a look at that PACT Act, everyone. Specifically, the fact that Ted Cruz voted for it in June and then did not vote for it in July. Not a word has changed. It's to help veterans get health care. They paid for the war. They need to pay for their health care.
I think it's just this is as elections get closer, it's just going to get real ugly with politics because nobody's agreeing. Everything's like party line, and we'll keep going. Shakira is going to court for evading nearly $17 million of taxes in Spain. So she's got to go to court over that.
Her hips don't lie, but her
accountant does.
Her
accountant
does big time.
Yeah, does a lot. Yeah, plenty of lying. Speaking of finances, the USA had a confirmed second consecutive negative quarter of U.S. GDP growth on Thursday. The 28th was when they announced that. But as predicted, and as we've talked about, the White House claims this is no longer constitute a recession. But unfortunately for all of us who would prefer not to have, an actual recession, who don't really care about the definition, the yield curve inverted again in July and then March of this year as well, which has preceded every American recession since 1955. So
what is that, a yield curve?
Yeah, that's a yield curve. A sick yield curve.
I don't like to see the yield curve in that particular position.
You do not. No, the last times it happened was 2020, 2008, and 2000.
Well, are you saying the recession's ahead of us, Will? Or are you saying we're in it now?
That yield curve looks inverted.
It looked a little scary, didn't it?
Yeah.
Saying you don't want your yield curve inverted.
The official statement from the White House, I believe, was you're a recession.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I think that's what's going on. We're just going to call each other recessions until...
Looks like a broken boner.
We're not a recession. You're a recession.
We'll see. Beyonce dropped a new song called Renaissance. There's tons of flooding in Las Vegas. Biden somehow got COVID again immediately. Like he got it. Him and Fauci did the same thing.
I don't think he's got COVID again. I think he's just struggling with the first one, and they're saying he has COVID again to keep him.
But they said he had a negative test in between it. Why would they?
That's because he didn't stick the thing up his nose correctly.
Exactly.
Same fucking
You think it was a mistest?
Yes, of course it was.
More than likely, it's a bad
There's no
test.
chance in hell he caught it again. All these catching it 3 days later are idiots that took the test incorrectly.
It's like when you want to go somewhere and you have to take COVID test and you do it shitty on
Well,
purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at me, I'm negative. Oh, I got
negative.
negative.
Nose,
Right there,
rolled around.
right there at the end of vacation.
Yeah.
Wow,
Dang.
real quick.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Better call work.
You do the fake nostril. You don't even put it inside.
Yeah.
You just do it
Yeah,
on the,
from the
on
angle.
edge of your
Yeah.
nose. And turn
We
your
can
head.
see Grandma now. Yeah. So we did on the way to Virginia.
Can't see grandma.
No way he caught it twice in a week. It's just the same fucking COVID.
Yeah, well, anyways, it was announced as a recatch. Nancy Pelosi is probably going to Taiwan right now, and is landing there maybe like while this episode is dropping. And she's going to show off that top shelf American rack of hers over there. There was a lot of like conjecture: would she go? Would she not? But
She's going to be the biggest rack in Taiwan.
easily dominating.
Yeah.
I mean, she's going to change things over there. They're going to it's going to
Except
open
for
some
Tits
eyes.
Taiwan, who's a porn star that got like hilariously large tits.
Mm-hmm. What? Yeah, no, that name was not ironic. What's she doing over there?
She's just going to visit to upset China, and China's not thrilled about all the pro-Taiwan talk. And it has
You
John
like these,
Kirby.
China?
Yeah.
These are grown naturally on soybeans.
So that's what
corn.
Nance
The
is
beach
doing.
in Taiwan.
That's what Nance is doing, but it has John Kirby from the White House playing a little damage control. This is what he said, which is something that people don't normally say.
Repeatedly said that we oppose any unilateral changes to the status quo from either side. We have said that we do not support Taiwan independence, and we have said that we expect cross-strait differences to be resolved by peaceful means. We have communicated this directly.
Wait,
Support Taiwan independence?
wait, what?
Right. So the thing about we do not support Taiwan independence, that's something that is not hardly ever said. The last time there was a president in office that was even remotely reported as saying it was Obama to Xi back in 2014. But no, since then, I don't think anybody's really been openly saying they don't support Taiwan independence
That's
all the
something
time.
to say behind closed doors smoking cigars with Xi, not like to the
Right.
public.
And that's what Obama denied back in 2014. He was like,
Right.
no, I didn't say that.
Right,
Like,
because
but
it's
China
behind
said he
closed
said
doors.
it. Yeah. Like,
and there's like
but-
naked women around, and you're
It's a
smoking
fun lie you
cigars.
tell.
Yeah.
right. But Kirby's just out there saying it because Pelosi's big naturals are headed over to Taiwan. It's just a whole situation.
She's gonna crash the plane.
It all centers around those big naturals, though.
Yeah, clear the
Democratic senators / presidents of America, Manchin and Schumer, reached a deal to raise taxes to pay for health and climate spending that Pelosi is also expected to pass. It is a fresh tax raise for everybody. Let's hear from Vice President Kamala Harris about what the clean energy tax raise in the quote unquote Inflation Reduction Act will support. Here it is.
And in that way, we can move clean energy from where it is created to where it is needed. It is literally about the transportation of energy. So think from a wind farm in Iowa to a suburb in Chicago, or from a solar farm in Nevada to a family farm in Missouri. How exciting is that?
Pretty exciting.
I'm sure if you're an engineer, very exciting.
Yeah, here's one Twitter engineer who replied, Kamala discovers the power grid.
Oh, that's not what it is. Come on. Come on. We need help in this planet. Sticking it to Kamala. Come on.
Oh, she's just always hilarious with the way she like explains
saying dumb stuff.
Yeah, she's like always talking to everybody like they're like 2 years old. Shit is
How
also
exciting is that, kids?
Right. Yeah, it's like not everybody's a kindergarten class. Shit is popping off at the Kosovo-Serbia border again, and NATO may step in. That's that's always been a hot spot, I think. Ric Flair, speaking of hot spots, he had his last match ever allegedly in Nashville. England beat Germany in the Women's Euro 2022 finals. Debo Samuel got paid by Wes's favorite football team, the 49ers. Pitcher Josh Hader is headed to the Padres. Trey Mancini is going to the Astros. The Yankees got some pitchers as well. RIP to Celtic star Bill Russell. But also, it was George Jetson's birthday, same day that Bill Russell passed, July 31st, 2022. Yeah, so kind of a little bittersweet there, yin and yang. The new Star Wars Andor series trailer dropped. Looks very good. A U.S. drone strike took out the current leader of Al-Queada until yesterday, Ayman al-Zawahiri in Afghanistan. Bin Laden's extremely disappointing replacement. Nice job to the troops. And most importantly, in the catch-up lightning round of honorable mentions, one man or woman got paid more than anyone else this weekend by far and will owe a shitload of taxes, I'm sure, as the single Lotto winner in a suburb of Chicago who took down the 1.34 billion Mega Millions on Friday night, all alone after picking up a ticket at the Speedway in Des Plaines, Illinois. That is a $780 million
If you're a Hive member and you won
prize.
Hive Island, and do it, do the right thing.
Yeah. That $100 I spent on tickets felt so good.
I mean, it was awesome though. It was like everything was fun about playing that.
It wasn't.
It's pretty cool that one guy won it. I mean, or girl.
It's so cool, Will.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Anybody could win it, you know?
It's pretty cool.
As my grandma would say, I bet it was an immigrant who won it.
I bet it was a Jew.
Yeah, I bet it was a black.
Just assuming all the worst things in her mind that could happen.
Yeah, it does make the racism cream rise to the top. When someone wins
does.
the lottery. That isn't you.
Yeah.
Let's hear how you really feel about people, Grandma.
Those people I hate.
Oh, man.
Go on.
right,
Which brings us
sorry.
to, speaking of that rising to the top, today's top story.
The cream of the crop.
Ow! Dirty dog. Deshaun Watson back in the headlines. I'm sure you guys saw a little bit of this. The NFL has finally ruled on one of our favorite trending dirty dogs of 2022, Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson, a woman who looks like Elizabeth Warren's less crazy sister, the Honorable Sue L. Robinson. There she is, fellas, on the youtube.com/Hard Factor News Show.
Look at the guy. Put that back up. Look at the guy behind her eyes.
He's totally closed.
He's meditating. She must be an electric speaker.
Yeah.
Just thinking
Gotta
about
be boring.
trying to figure out the yield curve.
Yeah.
Right.
It's inverted, isn't it?
Well, does it look like a broken boner? Does this mean we're in a recession? Or
He's just seeing the yield curve on the inside of his eyelid.
Up and down.
is the recession still coming, or is it here?
This is the worst it's been since 55.
So Sue L. Robinson, who put that man to sleep, she was the disciplinary officer charged with handling Watson's case on behalf of both the NFL and the NFLPA. It's kind of how they do it. It's like a union style negotiation between the employer and then the union is the NFLPA. And Sue has ruled that Deshaun is getting 6 games suspension for the 30 counts
So mad at myself.
or 30 accusations of sexual impropriety with masseuses up to some pretty serious charges. Now, he never got
It's
anything.
only 24, Will. It's only 24 accusations.
Well, no. The Texans have actually already settled with at least 30 women, but there's only
20
I guess,
out of 24 they settled with.
oh, but there was there's more, right? Because there was 30.
24, I think.
No, yeah, that was the
Friends-
deal. They came forward and they were like, "Hey, man, look, we got 20 of them out of the way. This is these 4 holdouts." Now
20 out of
that
24
doesn't
settled.
necessarily mean that the NFL wouldn't weigh in on all 24. It just means that they're 20 of them are going away,
The
quote
other
unquote.
6 weren't even that serious, Will. It's 24 serious
But-
mistakes.
Right, or the other 6 weren't
But
pressing
that the NFL
charges.
can
Trying
still
to.
say, "Hey, these 20 that you paid off or settled with, that still comes into player conduct." I
Apparently,
believe.
the Texans have already settled with at least
They've
30
had to
women.
talk with at least 30 women.
Two different things, I think: the settling and then the player conduct. Two different things, right?
Okay, well, somebody clear that up, but it's a lot of women. Browns fans are ecstatic, obviously, only 6 games. O.J. Simpson is very happy for Deshaun as well. You guys want to hear what O.J. has to say?
Yes.
I mean,
Absolutely.
Hey, Twitter world, it's me, yours truly. Well, let me
killed
start
my
today by sending my condolences to the families of Bill Russell.
How about the
When I was
Goldmans?
a kid growing up in San Francisco.
Browns?
One of the first sports names that
Cool
I
facts
heard,
actually
of
about
course,
Russell.
Joe Louis was the first, but it was Bill Russell playing across town, winning back-to-back NCAA championships for the University of San Francisco. And then he went to Boston where he won 11 world
I mean, it's a murderer
championships
telling you
and,
this, but still.
in the process, became the first black coach in all of American major sports. The winningest team player of all time, Bill Russell. God bless you. This morning, they keep talking about the Deshaun Watson situation. They hired this federal retired
Like he
judge.
killed these women.
They obviously respect her, both sides. She looked at it. She came out with a decision. Hey, man, that's it.
Like
That
me
should be
and my
it.
decision.
People
And
are
in the
saying,
book,
why
I wrote,
would he
if I
settle
did it.
if he was innocent?
When
Hey,
you're
look,
innocent,
guys,
you're innocent.
he's not going to change anybody's mind no matter what he does. He can't change my mind. I think he probably was out of line with some of the girls, and I think some of the girls jumped on board because there was a chance of making
Surprised he
money.
didn't cut her head off.
Plus the fact that fighting it is going to cost a fortune. I'm pretty sure
Trust
the
me.
legal fees. of
Have you
fighting
seen
it
my
wouldn't be
civil
much
suits brought by the
different
Goldmans?
than what he paid off in settling these cases. I just like to see it go away at this point. I want to see negative and hear negative news every morning. I'll just watch Fox News Channel. They'll tell me what's wrong
No
with
shit,
America
OJ.
and
No shit.
everybody.
You watch Fox News.
I'm just saying. Take
No,
care.
no, I think he's trying to like dance the middle. He was sending a jab at Fox at the end there.
guys.
But
As of 2021, O.J. Simpson owes the Goldmans $33.5 million.
That's
Yeah,
why he's on
Pat,
social
because-
media, Pat. He's trying to
When's
get
he
some
gonna get that?
sponsorships. From like a
He's
knife-
going to get to it, Wes. Don't worry.
KitchenAid knives. and-
94 wasn't that long ago.
Got a few more rounds of golf to play, then I'll pay that debt.
Oh, I'm sorry. 70 million. He's 70 million still.
He's always behind a mansion behind him, and he owes them all the money. He's just rubbing.
Yeah, he's on the golf course, or he's behind him. He's got a mansion behind him.
OJ's
their verdict is the final word.
respect the decision.
I just want it to go away.
That was amazing.
that was the best part.
That was the best part. Yeah.
He's just like talking about it. I see a lot of myself in Deshaun.
I mean, he's seriously offering condolences over social media to people that are not the Goldmans or the Browns. That's how you kick it off. I just want to like the word condolence should be out of his vocabulary.
He's out of his mind. He's hilarious.
Yeah, no, he's a madman. But those were cool Bill Russell facts. Also, as one astute Twitter commenter points out, at TRC Picks, they say they replied to that. OJ's copy of that was, "You hired her. She made her decision. Respect it. Hashtag Deshaun Watson. Hashtag NFL." And then this guy says, "Dude, you literally killed 2 people."
Yeah, good
Great
point.
Point
Good
about
point.
OJ's.
Just like you killed the rushing record
Dude, I'm
when
so
you
mad
were
at
at
myself.
USC.
I'm so mad at myself. Rewind the tape. I literally called the amount of games that he was probably going to get. And
Yeah.
if he did get that.
The Browns bet was
Plus
the play.
4,000. I said I had $200 in my cart to win 8,000. Now the line shifted from plus 4,000 to plus 1,800. That was a 2,200 value bet. I did not pull the trigger, and I'm so mad at myself. So I hope some of you listened I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl, but those 2,200 value.
Hopefully, some Browns fans were listening to that because there was good reason to put it down at the time. Also, some other people who didn't put it down at Barstool Berg, they tweeted Deshaun Watson after sexually assaulting 26 different women, getting $200 million and only receiving a 6-game suspension. And it's the Homelander meme where he's like laughing after people loved him killing people in front of the crowd.
That's awesome. That's perfect use of that.
Oh man, so he misses the Panthers, the Jets, the Steelers, the Falcons.
I said
the Chargers.
Jacoby Brissett's getting them to 4-2.
Yeah.
I called that in the segment too.
And the
Mark's
Pats.
got it right. The Browns are going to be fine.
Ooh, but he comes back for the Ravens.
I know. Then the schedule,
And then the
the
Bengals.
schedule
No,
get
no.
hard. Schedule's not hard until he gets back.
And then the Bucks.
They're going to be 4-2 by the
Pat,
time
he
it's
misses
Denver.
that. He misses that Ravens game. He's keeping at least 229 of his guaranteed 230 million from the Browns, biggest contract of all time, and he's ready to be the leader of the dog pound this year. He is starting week 7, Pat, because he has to miss the first 6. So his first game is going to be Halloween against the Bengals. Very
What a
excited
game.
for football season.
Joey Burrs, baby.
Yeah, but it does seem kind of fucked up that he can play, but Calvin Ridley and Josh Gordon can't for like weed and small time gambling.
Alcohol.
Well, they're not as electric as he is.
They're both pretty good players. So,
QB1.
guess that's how the law and the NFL work. Regardless, my expectations for this football season are high. I'm excited. And you know what I do not want to do, what I'm hoping I won't have to do this football season? What you guys know?
What's that?
Miss a huge weekend of games to be in a wedding ceremony.
Oh.
You know about that, Wes. But if I do need to hit a bachelor party or a wedding party this football season, at least I know that I'm going to do it in style with my new Mizzen and Main collection. Right now I'm wearing the Main Leeward short sleeve dress shirt in aqua and flamingo because it's quite possibly the best shirt I've ever put on. I mean, I've never been this comfortable. If I had to get a shirt for a wedding or a bachelor party, I would just order another one of these Mizzen and Mains. This one is nice. It's like a festive going out. Mark's wearing also like a pattern design, but they've got just work shirts too. It's incredible. That's why you got to check them out. Mizzen and Main, the inventors of the performance fabric dress shirt. Mizzen and Main combines the comfort and flexibility of your favorite athletic wear with the fit and style of a custom dress shirt. Lightweight, breathable, and moisture wicking Mizzen and Main's clothing will have you looking great. Plus, their dress shirts are machine washable. Huge point.
That's huge, man.
Yeah, and they look amazing.
Which
So
means you don't have to
shirts.
like wash them and then hang them or hand wash them and they have to worry about them shrinking. That's
Or
huge.
dry
You don't
clean
have to
them.
take them to the dry
Dry
cleaners,
cleaner,
bro.
Right.
Huge,
Yeah.
man.
And these are the quality of shirts you would think you would, but you don't. They can go straight in the washing machine. Think of all the time and money you'll save. On a hot day in Washington, D.C., Mizzen and Main's founder saw a guy running up a hill in a sweat-soaked, wrinkled dress shirt and thought, like, there had to be a better way for that guy. And then, obviously, there is. Since then, they've set out to make being comfortable and looking great the new normal. They were the first to use performance fabrics in men's workwear in 10 years after starting. They are still the best. They really are. They may have gotten famous from their dress shirts, but Mizzen and Main now makes incredibly comfortable flannels, no-tuck shirts, performance polos, chinos, and so much more, and more all in performance fabrics with modern tailoring. With Mizzen and Main, it's never felt better to look your best, and they've got over 30,000 five-star reviews, so you know they make a great product. It's like I've already said, the Leeward short sleeve is probably my favorite shirt I've ever owned. They've got dressier shirts like we've been talking about for work, for whatever you need. Mizzen and Main is just taking your button-down shirt game to the next level, no matter who you are.
They also have a shirt finder on their website that will. It's
Bro.
it's freaking sick.
Machine washes to get off the secretions because there will be some.
Oh, I
You'll have
see.
some fluids on there, yeah.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll have a lot. Multiple cuts, guys, because they know men have different body types and endless options of fabric. No matter what your style or body shape is, Mizzen and Main is the best. They'll hook you up. Mizzen and Main just turned 10, so they've got great deals running on their site all summer long. Right now, if you go to mizzenandmain.com, use promo code HARDFACTOR, you'll receive $25 off any regular price order of $130 or more. That's $25 off when you go to MIZZENANDMAN.com and use our promo code HARDFACTOR.
That's awesome. All right, let's talk a little death penalty, shall we? Boom, boom,
All right.
boom. Yeah, all right.
Recession, Taiwan, death penalty.
Okay.
All right. Look,
Well,
maybe
did you say
OJ.
Did you say MANE or MAIN?
what for Mizzen
What?
and Main?
Yeah,
It's MAIN.
it's MAIN. I thought he said MANE.
MIZZENANDMAIN.com.
Okay.
Like
our
your number
promo code.
one, your
Hard
main.
factor.
Yeah. Not like a
Mizzen
lion.
And
Right.
Maine.
Right.
Right. Not like a lion.
We're the state that exports those great lobster rolls.
That's
Mizzen and Maine. I believe that
Combo.
it's like a shirt. It's like a corner, right? Intersection.
It's an intersection.
Most stylish
Secretion
intersection of
Lane.
all time.
Yes.
Section of comfort.
And style.
Yes, exactly.
Style. That's right.
So back to
Athletic
death
fits.
penalties.
Oh, Mark, what were you saying?
Look, it may be controversial. Wes, you got any other? Is this because of the beach? Is that why you did that? Because of the beach, or is it?
No, I was literally. If you listen back, I think he said it wrong. MANE. I was
Okay.
correcting the website.
Sorry about the.
I'm not out to get you, buddy.
Look, yeah, no, I wasn't either, but you know, all right. Look, it may be controversial, but one state that doesn't have a problem with it is Alabama. It's pretty black and white there. You fuck up bad enough and kill some people, and we will kill you. That's as simple
And
as
you're
that.
black.
That's the motto. Yeah.
No,
Right.
I'm kidding.
And
That's a low blow, Pat. This guy happens to be black in this story, but you know.
Oh, you say
well, in
Alabama?
Alabama,
My
like,
bad.
I mean,
Yeah.
in the South, it's definitely more like higher likelihood that everybody will be black or white. It's very like Mark said, it's black and white,
Yeah. Exactly.
like the deep South. Yeah.
Get those monsters in the ground quicker so we stop paying for their fancy meals. And that's exactly what Alabama just did this past weekend to Joe Nathan James Jr., who shot and killed his ex-girlfriend Faith Hall in 1994 after she dumped him and then refused to take him back despite his insanely persistent stalking, which was kind of rude of her. Hall's family, including her, this is Nathan, Joe Nathan, Hall's family, including her 2 young kids, didn't even want James to be executed. They wanted him to serve life in prison, saying, quote, "We hope the state wouldn't take a life simply because a life was taken, and we have forgiven Mr. Joe Nathan James for his atrocities toward our family." But look, he killed someone. He got sentenced. He's gone, okay? The state put him down by lethal injection on July 28th, but not without a shitload of drama. Because not only did the family of the victim adamantly not want this execution and went to the press with that, but the execution itself was a lot like my flight to the Jersey Shore operated by Spirit Airlines. It was delayed 3 hours. I almost got west and missed the trip. It was and tensions were high at the Spirit hub in the airport that day, as I'm sure they were in the Alabama jail death room, when they were frantically trying to attach the gas via IV into Joe Nathan James' veins, but they could not because of his bitch-ass veins or lack thereof. So they were just like stabbing away.
Not only did he have a weak understanding of relationships ending, but also veins.
Yeah, it's kind of like your arms aren't strong enough for us to lethally inject you.
You haven't got enough of a pump.
That's tough.
Yeah, he was
Of
too
course,
sad.
great for him because
And Mark, if you hadn't have made that flight, it would have been like an execution to the weekend.
I know. Thank you. No, Wes, I wasn't mad at you earlier. I'm not
No,
mad
I know.
at you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not mad at you either.
Okay. But miraculously, like my Spirit flight just before catastrophe, all was resolved, and they were able to find a vein because the alternative in that situation is they hook the gas to a, quote, central line in the body, and I'm not sure what that means. Like, do they pump it up his ass or down his throat or something?
There's only 2 lines that are centralized.
Yeah, up his penis?
I mean, that's the most centralized.
no, it's got to be the suppository, right?
They put him in a massage chair and get out a drill.
Yeah, but anyways, that sounds actually painful. Luckily, they found after 3 hours, they found the IV line. And while this was going on, and maybe because of it, in fact, or maybe because of her past award-winning journalism and articles about the reality of the fuck-ups that constantly happen at live executions, live execution journalist Ivana Shatara of AL.com was turned away from entering the prison by a prison guard who said her skirt was too short.
What?
I mean, that would have gotten some veins going, you know.
They were saying, hey, man, this
the
is
main veins, central
Yeah,
line
they
it.
got
You
some
know?
veins.
This is
going.
supposed to be a punishment, man.
Yeah. Can you look
What
up
kind
a
of
pi-
job
look
is
at a picture
that?
here?
Execution journalist?
Well, because she writes for AL.com, which is Alabama. It's actually pretty good. It's a pretty good publication, but it's the Alabama site.
So he said-
and that's where they're executing people.
You're not allowed in the viewing room because your skirt's too short.
Lady, we're trying to administer state punishment here. You know what
They
I mean?
just don't want her
Skirt.
in there, huh?
I think it was this skirt because they don't want her in there. Well, that's the
Right.
whole point.
just were like-
So
What was the name? I'm gonna Google her.
I got her. It's
got her?
Ivana, Ivana, and
That
then
is
Shatara.
A little inappropriate for an execution, I got to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, well,
We should
they
just
say-
get off the
That
boat.
was her outfit.
Yeah, the prison guard goes,
It was like a one piece. That was like, yeah. I
ma'am,
mean,
just
she didn't
where
put
the
much
hell do
into
you
it.
think you're going with an outfit like that? Are you trying to give everyone in there a boner?
It was a black romper. Yeah.
Is that your plan?
I
You
found
go-
her to-do list for that day. It's brunch, cover the execution.
Yeah. You got to write that the executioner had a boner and he's death horny when it's just your rear end sticking out that's giving him the blood rush, ma'am? I don't think so. And so they turned,
He's going into early rigor mortis.
yeah, he's stiff as a board.
This has never happened before.
He's on to her plan. Yeah.
So they turned the main journalist, Ivana Shatara, which was odd, turned her away, which was odd because she said she'd worn the same skirt to 3 previous executions. It was her execution skirt. So she was like, wait a minute. This is the skirt I wear to every
That one
execution.
piece black romper is what she wears to all executions.
Look, this is the first picture that pops up. I imagine.
You could imagine it was like that.
She's on vacation in Italy in that picture.
There was some guy getting put down in Italy. She looks like she's at an OJ weekend.
Mansion.
Anyways, so then she even lowered the hemline to her waist, and she's like, "Look, okay, I'll put it down lower." And they said, "No, too sexy." Then sensing there was something,
she's like, I'll do a midriff look. I'll expose my belly button.
Yeah,
to
now
you.
your piercing is showing, and it is hot.
that's worse.
The other prisoners love execution day.
Guys
Here she comes.
crimes, yeah.
Here she comes.
This is better
What's
than
she
the
wearing
last
this
meal.
week?
I want to be
Oh,
judge. Just one request. I'd like to be put down in Alabama. Transfer me. Anyways, so she tried to like lower the dress, the skirt to the hemline lower, and that still didn't work. And then sensing something's going on here, and I should probably get in there and cover it. They don't want me in there. She asked and was given a waterproof fisherman's wader. She asked if anyone had any pants, and some photographer that was working the event that she'd never met before said, "I've got a pair of waterproof fisherman waders in the car if you want to try those on." So she put these on and went back to the prison guard and said, "Hey, even the Taliban would let me into the event wearing this. Is it okay if I come in now?" And the prison guard, who again was probably given strict orders to not let that nosy slut in the building because they had this guy wired up like Clark Griswold's house on Christmas at this point and knew he was going to have quite the painful death, said, whoa, 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 hey, Fisher lady, where the hell do you think you're going with those open-toed shoes? Because she was wearing heels. He goes, we don't allow toes in this prison. So now she was like, uh-oh, now I've got a new problem. So Ivana had to get out of line again and go to her car and get sneakers, which she luckily had in the car, while the guard was probably radioing into the prison saying, do it now, kill the fucker now. She's going to get the shoes and everything. She's got shoes and everything. We got to kill him now.
I don't know where she's getting all this shit, but she keeps coming back with new clothes.
Looks like she had kickball scheduled after the execution.
So anyways, she made it. She got through. She made it in time with the shoes. And then she got to witness the death. And then she wrote an article talking about how she wasn't allowed in wearing her normal death skirt and heels, and that the family didn't want James executed, and that it was
made it
delayed
about her,
3
yeah.
hours because of for the second time in the last 4 years, the Alabama execution team couldn't find a vein in the death row inmate, making them look sexist and inept at the same time. So, whoops.
Wow.
But I mean, he was executed.
You won't
Yeah, he was
believe
executed.
what I went through today.
It was just a painful
It's
execution.
just a dramatic execution for
Yeah.
her.
She writes about
And
these
for him.
dramatic.
Sexism, discrimination, and an execution.
I guess the issue is like what's been going on recently or for a while is the gases apparently are a crapshoot. Like buying Molly, you don't really know what you're going to get, and it's often seen in both, like during the execution, extremely like contorted facial measures, and like after the autopsies, even if it looks like it went smoothly, the brain shows that it's like torturous and very very violent and painful.
How they not?
Yeah.
Now hold on. Isn't there like a company in Switzerland that's like making body removal pods for
No,
assisted
so the
There
suicide?
should be a better. There should be a better way to do it.
Why
'cause
aren't they using those?
There's only 2 companies that make the
Expensive.
drugs. They're
like the head
expensive.
twist-off thing?
The best way to honestly get killed is firing squad.
Well, that's what I think, Pat. Why don't we get
No, but
together?
they're making those pods in Europe. Like literally, like they're gonna like it's gonna be like they're like I forget which
I
country. I
say
think it's
firing
Switzerland. but-
squads nice and quick. Maybe bring back the guillotine, but like don't let them know when it's coming because that's stressful. Like right before you're gonna kill them, like give them sleeping pills and sneak into their cell and guillotine them. I
How
don't
about
know.
a heroin overdose, like Mark wants to do when he's
Yeah,
90?
heroin
Probably too
overdose.
expensive, Wes. You know.
Yeah.
Gotta keep
Because also
costs
you don't know
down.
what you're getting.
Well,
with
why
the
couldn't they
heroin.
just do morphine or something?
Yeah, morphine. That's what they do. That's what they give cancer patients when they're on their way out.
Yeah.
We got 9 minutes. This gal can really move in those waders and heels. She's gonna be back.
Well, it's really tough for her, you know. But I mean,
Must have a boyfriend.
She's gonna have trouble making her way down here in my steel toes. Guys, the last execution by firing squad was in June 2008. Or I'm sorry,
Back.
Though
Bring
it
'em
was
back.
June 2008 in Utah, and then there was one in South Carolina in 2010.
This lady's writing too much about these death things, though.
Yeah. Well, that's crazy, man. So yeah, if you want to start reading about death executions, firing squads, and things that give you a boner all in the same Google, you might want to be using a VPN. Today's episode is sponsored by Private Internet Access, which is the most transparent VPN provider on the market. Okay, this is just the software that you need to protect your digital life. You guys know how I'm about privacy and getting hacked. I'm getting notifications every week that my shipment from the USPS that no one shipped me just arrived, or my Best Buy credit card that I paid off years ago is late. Right? Just click this link. Just click this link, okay?
Those other emails, one of your friends sent naked pics. Click here.
Don't want to click that, not without a VPN. You might not be aware of this. You might maybe go to do your thing and throw it in incognito mode and think, oh, that covered me. But it didn't. You're not safe online. Your internet service provider is still storing your browsing history and can sell it to advertisers and or your wife. But private internet access encrypts your internet connection, hides your IP address, protecting you, and all you have to do is connect it to one of their thousands of servers located in 80 countries, and even a server in each U.S. state. So you can avoid, blackouts for sporting events. Honestly, U.S. state VPN is like the most valuable thing of all time. State regulations are super weird. I've told this story before, but I one time got an eye exam done to get my contact lenses. But I had a VPN into Dallas, Texas, because this type of eye exam not allowed in New Jersey. Did that with my VPN. Private internet access can allow you to do that kind of incognito work, guys.
That's awesome.
And you get unrestricted access to geo-block content on streaming platforms like, I don't know, if you ever tried to watch anything on the BBC, can't do it. But if you use a VPN, pop in there, now you're in England. Hello, let me see the video. They have a no logs policy, guys. It's 100% open source, so you know it's good. It's also available for all operating systems, and one subscription can protect up to 10 devices at the same time, which is super sick. So if you want to start securing your digital life, which I highly recommend you do, we've got a special deal for you. You can get 82% off, an 82% discount on private internet access.
Oh, that's a deal.
Yeah, guys, brings it down to just $2.11 a month. And you get 3 extra months added to your subscription for free. It's pretty insane. And a 30-day money-back guarantee if you hate it. 24/7 customer support. It's risk-free. So all you have to do is go to privateinternetaccess.com/hardfactor. It's pretty simple. privateinternetaccess.com/hardfactor, the name of our show. And get private internet access today. It's privateinternetaccess.com/hardfactor. So there you
I'm
go.
going to start listening to Hard Factor on the private internet.
Might want to start listening to Hard Factor through your VPN, and then all of a sudden, a lot of people from Indonesia are listening to the podcast. Why is that? Well, I don't care. At least I know that they're safe. That's what I care about. Let's go on a trip.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
Because there are a couple things that we know about the kind of continent but definite country of Australia. For example, over 600,000 people a year are killed by snakes there. Also, you can't go outside in short sleeves without
600,000.
Yep, that's a fact. Without getting severely sunburned because of the ozone hole. All their citizens are descendants of violent felons. And, guys, most importantly, they do not play around when it comes to customs. You may remember such incidences as Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, right, and their big shitting Yorkies, Pistol and Boo, being threatened with euthanasia back in 2016 after they weren't declared when the couple entered Australia, which led to this heartfelt apology video.
Australia is a wonderful island with a treasure trove of unique plants, animals, and people.
It has to be protected.
Australia is free of many pests and diseases that are commonplace around the world. That is why Australia has to have such strong biosecurity laws.
And Australians are just as unique, both warm and direct. When you disrespect Australian law, they will tell you firmly.
We're going to kill your dogs.
I'm truly sorry that Pistol and Boo were not
Presenting an
declared.
award at an award show.
Protecting Australia is important.
Declare everything when you enter Australia.
Depp didn't give a fuck about that.
That was trolling them a little bit.
Yeah, that was
little bit.
nice.
little bit. They literally we know that these are special dogs that can shit human-sized turds, but we're going to kill them if you keep them here. Get them the fuck out on your private jet. Guys, over that time that Novak Djokovic didn't declare his ignorance about vaccines, leading him to be brutally detained in a 3.8-star hotel in Melbourne earlier this year. Remember that? That was absolutely crazy.
They wouldn't let him play, though.
They wouldn't let him play. They wouldn't let him get through. Like, look at this. Like this, it was this hotel. Can you believe it? It was brutal.
It says this is a prison.
Here's a picture of the pool. It was horrible. Anyway, guys, apparently that Johnny Depp and Amber Heard video didn't have its intended impact because an unnamed traveler flying from Indonesia to Australia.
Everybody can tell Johnny Depp is making fun of Australia
Absolutely making fun
in
of
the
Australia.
video.
He's like, Jesus Christ, don't kill my dogs. Anyway, a guy was flying from Indonesia to Australia, and he was fined, $1,874 American, or $2,664 Australian, after 2 sausage egg McMuffins, a ham and cheese croissant, and what looks to be griddle cakes were found in his luggage upon arriving at Darwin Airport, guys. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Massive fine. This was not good, guys. The uneaten breakfast was discovered by an airport security detector dog, Zinta, who apparently had skipped her own breakfast that morning. Zinta responded to the passenger. Zinta! Zinta!
Is that just an Australian trying to say center?
Yeah. No, it's actually Zinta. It's Zinta. There's pictures of Zinta. Apparently, guys, Zinta responded to the passenger's backpack and was like, and then after further inspection, they found that the man was carrying a variety of risky items, including those 2 sausage egg McMuffins.
How dare he would do that?
Ham and cheese croissant, and
he probably even bought them at the airport and everything.
The griddle cakes. Yeah, they came in from Bali, guys. The items were tested for foot and mouth disease and then destroyed. No word on if the passenger was able to keep the griddle cakes, though, I assume, because there was no meat in there. He was probably pretty pissed off.
They don't have McDonald's in Australia? They have to.
No, they do. It's not about that, Wes. You just can't travel into Australia with meat products.
At all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's his fault for not eating it on the plane.
I know. Well, I guess that's probably what he was thinking. That's probably why he lied on his immigration form, because he's like, look, these are just going in my body anyway.
I'm such an idiot. I forgot to eat these.
I mean, who cares? Good Lord. Like, as long as it's not like, shouldn't there just be like just like the other issue we were talking about? There should just be like one little machine you walk through. And it's like, all right, you don't have any of the 3 things you can't have.
You trying to put Zinta out of a job, Will?
I fact-checked Pat. Apparently he was making a joke at the beginning. Only 2 people a year die.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Thanks for fact-checking that.
Oh, yeah, those were fake.
It wasn't 600,000.
Most of those facts...
At me.
Seems a bit too high.
Most of those facts were hearsay. Guys, the Minister for Agriculture and Fisheries, Forestry, the Agriculture, Fisheries, and Forestry, his name is Murray Watt. He said, quote, "This will be the most expensive Macca's meal this passenger ever has. This fine is twice the cost of the airfare to Bali." He's loving it, and I have no sympathy for people who choose to disobey Australia's strict biosecurity measures, and recent detections show you will be caught.
Yeah.
This is like such a weird little non-serious topic that Australians would take way too seriously.
Take it from Johnny Depp, guys.
Didn't they even make The Simpsons
they did.
About them being too ridiculous about their?
They did.
And then they trolled America because a koala came over at the end, and we got koalas. But they made fun of how Australia's insane.
So they've been doing this for decades now.
Yeah.
It's real. No, it's real. It's because I don't know if did you hear the Johnny Depp video? Were you listening?
You don't. You do not.
Okay.
It was like
because they explain that it's a very delicate biosystem.
That looked like a combination of like a presenting an award at a boring award show and like a hostage video.
Well, they had the dogs right behind the camera.
Right.
He was reading it like as if he was Jack Sparrow and he'd been taken hostage by Australia.
Pistol and Boo were afraid, and they were shitting human-sized turds all over that bedroom. Anyway, guys, breaking news. The social media channel affiliated with Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, announced that the hardline regime is, quote, one step away from constructing a nuclear weapon that can, quote, turn New York into ruins and hell. And to that I say, think you might be a little late. I mean, have you tried to rent an apartment in this city? Come on. It's already hell.
Doing us a favor, you know?
It's already hell. Guys,
Maybe the prices would finally go down, you know?
Yeah, it'll kill all the rats.
Guys, according to the video, which I'm not going to play for you because they're talking some language I don't understand, they're saying that they can turn their nuclear program into, quote, nuclear weapons program into an instant. They can turn it on in an instant and target Israel and America with missiles.
Just wait 1 more second.
So that's pretty sick, guys.
It's going. It's going. It's almost
have
there.
it.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Ah!
Define instant. Do they have do they have a time measurement for what an instant?
I mean, it's a
is?
fucking instant. Well, you
At
know.
1 instant.
Yeah. I mean, double it. Double what instant mashed potatoes are. That's how long it takes.
Stop laughing. It's going.
It's going. Guys, real quick recaps. We did a deal with Iran back in 2015, right? And we limited their stockpile of uranium. That was the big thing. And when we said that they could only enrich that in uranium to levels of 5%, not the 90% enrichment level that you need to create a bomb. So 5%, no big deal. But most importantly, what we got in that deal was an unbelievable level of inspections. Essentially, an arms control expert said in 2015 there was like a 100% chance that if Iran cheated and tried to enrich the uranium past 5%, that they would be caught. So it's considered the crown jewel. Everyone's like, I can't believe we got these fucking inspections. And they did that, guys, to get out from economic sanctions that were being imposed by us and some other countries. Then in 2018, Trump pulled out of the deal like it was Stormy Daniels, and Iran said, "Okay, well, we
What was
better."
his classic line. He always used to say the same shit about it.
Well,
Where's
remember he wrote that book.
right?
He wrote that book about the deal, the art of the deal, and this was a bad deal. So it's well within Trump's form to pull out of bad deals. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. And he did, guys. And Iran got crazy with their enrichment, and now they're just an instant away from hitting that 90%. Now the Biden administration is trying to do a new deal, right? But it seems that shit has already, been a little bit too fucked up. The deal, the new one, doesn't allow for as robust of inspection sites, which was the crown jewel of the 2015 deal. So it's pretty much like, why we're doing it. There's not a lot of options there. Not a lot of options with Iran. But what we do know is if we do the deal of any kind, it's going to remove the sanctions again. So the Ayatollah is going to get a ton of cash, and we can't necessarily inspect the way we want to. Think Russia, Ukraine, but Israel, Iran. It's not good. It's not good at all, guys. So
yeah, shit's getting testy out there.
Yeah.
All these little hot spots.
Anyway, just wait an instant.
It will be ready instantly.
All right, and then that New York PSA about taking shelter when there's a nuclear attack makes a lot more sense, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Did they had the foresight to see this was all going to fall through?
Oh, I mean, there's no way out of it. Pretty much.
I think what probably started scaring people was those Chinese hypersonic tests earlier this year.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Russia, Ukraine, us, Trump pulling out of that deal. We're no way we're getting back to the original deal.
Well,
it's bad.
Yeah, I mean, the most shocking nuclear news we've seen in forever was this year with the Chinese hypersonic test with the glide missile, where they were able to drop they could have theoretically dropped a nuke within 20 miles of any target on Earth. Yeah,
in that hellhole, New York City. So, anyway, that's just something to think about over your breakfast.
That's great.
Cool.
All right. Well, I got some more bad news, guys. We have another epidemic in our country. And it's happening right now, according to one white former Fox News anchor named Eric Bolling. You guys know who Eric Bolling is?
I'm guessing
Sounds
the guy
familiar.
behind you.
Here he is. It's hard to look more white and conservative, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Looks like a game show host too, kind of.
If
He does.
If you asked what job he would do, you'd get Fox News host within your top 2 guesses.
Or
right?
founder of a cruise ship company.
Right.
Right, like a
Yeah.
timeshare company. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Yeah, or
slick.
just anything financial,
Right.
any type of business where all he does is basically just handshakes and cash checks.
Or magician.
He could be the
He
head
could
of a
be a
church
magician,
too.
yeah.
He could be he's
Absolutely.
too handsome to be the head of a church, but he
Handshakes
could be.
and check that's a church guy move. That's also
like
a
Mark's
politician
magician
move.
thing. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
His
magician.
teeth are so white.
It's the white teeth that are really setting him off. Now I know what you guys are
Magicians
thinking.
would
Though.
have yellower teeth.
Dirty breed of human, the magician. They are really dirty.
They really are.
Check his fingernails.
I know you guys are thinking where your mind jumps. Fox, white man, he must be talking about gay men and monkeypox epidemic, right? No, guys. No, I'm sure that bugs the shit out of him. But this is not what he's talking about. This self-proclaimed libertarian. From what I can tell, libertarianism is just like what conservatives switch to when they don't want to seem racist or closed-minded. It's like a bigot accusation shield, I think. It's like, hey, look.
Well, I mean, why does it
I'm
even matter? How is it any different on that front? Is there a difference?
I'll get to it why he's saying that. Anyway, this epidemic is far worse than monkeypox, according to Mr. Bolling, who, by the way, was fired from Fox back in 2017 after allegedly sending multiple female colleagues unsolicited dick pics. So, ooh, that's the one. Looks big and looks big. Susan has got to see it, right?
Followed up with the copy. Can I get some advice?
I got to see it. I'll see it work
He's
tomorrow.
definitely also with the jacket.
Thoughts?
The jacket and pocket square that he wears, like, he's getting his like watch face in the dick pics, like he's getting, he's got like the French cuffs in the dick pics. Like there's a lot of like, he's got the cuff links in there. You can
It's a good
see
point, Will.
Pat, you think he has a friend, like to your point, like he has like a confidant that he sends it to? He's like, this is a good one, right? Like he sends.
Oh,
like,
100%.
Like
his DPC, his dick pic checker.
exactly.
Yeah, it's just a mess.
I'm gonna dry run this dick pic through you. Is that cool?
Can you imagine? I mean, you have to be insane.
Just be honest, okay?
No,
Don't hold back.
You're not gonna hurt my feelings. You know?
The shadows look okay.
unsolicited dick pics
to a colleague.
A lot of people send
Like a
unsolicited dick
Yeah.
pics. Though.
I know.
I think it's pretty
someone you're going to
common.
see at work the next day.
It's usually people down the ladder from you. People that send it up the ladder, those people are pioneers.
Yeah, they're out of their minds. They're like OJ.
I think that's just most people assume that nobody's going to say anything.
She's going to love it. Also, guys,
People
this
that
power.
spend a lot of.
Yeah, well, it's an epidemic in itself. So this powerful epidemic, which Bolling claims was started by the left, not COVID, this epidemic is one Bolling describes as an attack on society and our nation's youth. It causes moral decay and makes America as a whole the laughingstock of the rest of the world. An epidemic that is so powerful it can single-handedly strip a child's innocence, destroy the family unit, and worst of all, this epidemic attacks God and faith itself. It is literally causing people to stop believing in God. Yeah.
What is it?
Well, in the video I'm about to show you, Eric reveals what this epidemic is and points out some very alarming stats about this epidemic and what it's done to faith in America. Here's the clip.
Remember the Democrat Rhode Island state senator twerking upside down and posting it to TikTok? This is apparently the Democrats' best, but really, what all of this highlights is a generation of attention-hungry children who never grew up. And under Joe Biden, the woke mob left is in charge, and they're making America a laughingstock. Look at this. A parent forcing her child, who appears not to want any part of it, forcing him to watch radical LGBT activists. That's right, you guessed it. Twerk during Pride celebrations. What's with the twerk thing?
Come
Not
on,
only is this the moral decay in America, but there's clearly a twerking epidemic, and the left-wing mob is doing everything they can to keep the twerking going and corrupt our nation's youth. That's how they can radically transform America, folks. That's what they want to do, deprive children of their innocence, destroy the family unit. And of course, destroy faith.
This
That's the
autistic
left-wing
kid
plan.
having
Right
a
now in America,
meltdown
belief
has
in
nothing
God
to do
has
with this
fallen to the lowest level since the Gallup survey started back in 1944. And it's fallen almost among adults and young adults, and you guessed it, Democrats. They've abandoned faith, replacing it with the Church of Liberalism, worshiping party and the state. So
there you go. Epidemic of twerking is destroying God, destroying families, and taking children's innocence.
Oh, he's got some solid points there, though. You got to admit, like his dot connections were so tight. You know,
looked a lot better.
It's such a logical path from one thing to the next.
No one knows that lady's name. The Democrats' best. Who is she?
No, Mac.
She's twerking.
Mac, yeah.
She's
a Rhode Island state senator.
I know. She can't. Yeah, exactly. No one knows who
She's famous for twerking.
Exactly.
Covered her. Yeah, she's just famous for twerking. That's basically it.
I don't know about losing innocence. I walked in on my mom's friend giving her boyfriend Mike a blowjob, like one for the ages, trying to find the bathroom at a sleepover.
Nice.
That's how I lost my innocence. Like,
right.
Flew out the window like Dracula turning into a bat, you know?
You've never told that story.
Finding a sex toy or something, finding a nudie mag. That's when you're losing your innocence.
This is just a funny dance.
Did either of them see you, or they had two in the moment?
No, they were two in the moment. Mike was in bliss.
Yeah, Mike couldn't see anything.
No.
You know how else somebody can lose their innocence real easy is getting an unsolicited dick pic.
Yeah.
I heard a door, but I can't see anything. It's the best blowjob I've ever gotten.
I'm not going to say anything.
I'm blind with pleasure.
Hopefully you didn't hear it.
Sorry. No, that's a good point,
There could
Will.
be a whole team of people in here right now.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
if you're a 22-year-old intern who's
that's
maybe,
gonna sap your innocence real quick.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe a conservative Christian working for this guy at Fox News, and you get a UCDP.
Yeah. My friend hated Mike.
Twerking so innocent. Give me a break.
It is. No, it's like it's like a kid sees that and it's like, oh, it's a funny like butt dance, right? It's not like and conservatives, what they're doing is they're pointing out this Tiara Mack who twerked on the 4th of July, and they're basically like, this is where. Like it's like the Wuhan lab of where this
Tucker
twerking
lost
epidemic.
his mind about her too.
Oh yeah, I mean it's insane. They think
she's just showing off her.
But this is just them. It's just a group
big,
of people
beautiful
that
ass.
are going to get mad at a black
showing off her
woman.
buns.
Yeah, whatever.
And that's her prerogative. I think that's also like part of her brand. I think like that's. Anyways, she can do what she wants as an elected official, and they could vote her out.
She's worked twerk into her slogan somehow. Like
But
and for those of you.
No, I don't understand why Bolling. I don't understand why everybody's so mad at Tiara.
There she is not twerking.
I don't know, because the composition of that video, like the photographic composition with the Cape Cod lighthouse in the background,
it is amazing.
It's pretty delightful, dude.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, like I would get this painted.
if that makes you mad, like
it is pretty good.
What is so? Yeah, she's just on her head. Like if she was standing on her feet, nobody would even give a fuck at all. Like she's just, it's the fact she went on her head and twerked upside down.
It's because it's a black woman doing it, and he just doesn't want it. He just wants to point out that it's the children that I'm saving, but really he just can't stand that it's like this that it's getting into politics.
Yeah,
I can't stand that it's turning me on a bit.
Yeah.
Right. I don't understand the rage over her.
Anyway, so there you have it. It's the disease. It's actually been around since 1993. Contrary to popular belief, there was a song in New Orleans where this guy was asking. It's called the "Do the Jubilee All" by what's his name, DJ Jubilee. And,
DJ Jubilee invented the twerk.
Yeah. It's a song that goes twerk baby, twerk, twerk, and that's where twerking came from in 1993.
I think that does sound familiar.
That's
I've heard that a
feather
lot.
in your cap, inventing twerking.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just black women celebrating what God gave them. Plus, it drives black guys absolutely crazy. Kind of like white women get boob jobs, black women twerk. You know what I'm saying?
There you have it.
All women twerk.
I mean, I think twerking is like it's like any race of person could attempt it at least, right?
Listen, yeah. Well, I've been to a lot of weddings, and white women try to twerk too, and it's nowhere near as effective. It's like when Woody Harrelson dunks in White Man Can't Jump. It's like it's cool one time, but then you want to leave it to the pros.
That was the worst dunk of all time.
Yeah. Just leave it to the pros, ladies. Anyway.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson playing b-ball pretty much like screwed over his dad's chance of getting out of prison.
Oh really?
Did you know that? Because his dad was on trial for killing Judge John Wood. It was an appeal, and Woody went across the street to blow off some steam and play a little b-ball at the YMCA. And I guess the prosecutor also went across the street to play some b-ball, and they ended up in the same pickup game. And then some press got wind of it, and it was a big deal. It was a big deal. Yeah.
Oh, Woody.
Woody's dad killed Judge John Wood.
Loves
Fun
the
fact.
ball. Yeah, he was an assassin, right?
Mm-hmm. Some say.
Look at that.
By the way, Woody Harrelson, I looked it up, and fun fact, he actually was able to dunk on the 9.5-foot rim that they were using to film this movie, and he tricked Wesley Snipes. They were betting all day long, and he couldn't dunk, and then like this woman that was working at the was like, hey, maybe you should try stretching, and he started doing yoga, and then he came out and they kept upping the bet. And then he finally fucking dunked it, and he said Wesley Snipes was just beside himself because he took a lot of money off him
Isn't that just the plot? That's the
Yeah.
exact plot
Yeah.
of the movie, though.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Wesley didn't read the script.
What
What are my lines today?
That's the exact.
Give me my
that happens-
sides.
That also happens in the movie.
Right. 9.5 feet though. So that's still pretty. That's impressive dunk for
Yeah.
Woody.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Could Wesley dunk?
Wait, yeah, are we sure that wasn't just the movie?
No, because in the movie,
he's like,
all
that's
of
like
his
an 8
tournament winnings for making that dunk. He bet
That's
him
an
the whole
8-foot
thing.
rim right
Yeah.
there. That's got.
Literally, he gets to keep all the money because he dunks at the end.
Yeah. He wins.
So Woody's 5'10", Wesley's 5'9".
Yeah.
Oh, so neither of them can dunk. So what? Any more on twerking, Wes? Is there? I see.
No, there was a video that he got. I was gonna play you a video. There's this. Have you guys seen MAGA Hulk? He got this guy to come on and basically be like, hey, help me out here. This black
you see
guy.
MAGA Hulk?
Check this guy out. All right, here we go.
I pointed out how I'm seeing all kinds of really kind of inappropriate things going on. Twerking videos. It's a twerking epidemic, I said. And apparently, if I disapprove of this notoriously kind of raunchy dance, apparently I'm a racist. Let me bring in Stephen Davis, a Turning Point USA contributor, also known as MAGA Hulk. Welcome back. You look great as ever. Badass, if I don't say so myself.
Help me, MAGA Hulk.
Stephen, am I?
So are you black, MAGA Hulk?
Stephen, I'm libertarian. I don't care.
Are you the biggest black guy anyone's ever seen?
You're a
black guy that agrees with me, right?
Just keep the kids out of it, and that's my point. But now I'm a racist. Help me out here, my man.
Help me out.
This is absolutely egregious. The fact that they're going to try to levy this charge against you, and it's all just to try to shut you down and shut down the conversation as they do whenever they try to name the racist card.
MAGA Hulk MAGA Hulk has quite a look on him though.
MAGA Hulk is wearing a shirt that says freedom.
He's amazing.
It says freedom, and he's got a chain over the shirt. He's put it together. I mean, what was that a MAGA hat as well? But it was like a different color. It was like a slick. It was like a Kangol.
I can add it without sound. Let me see. Yeah. It says 1776.
1776.
Yeah. This Eric Bolling guy is also kind of like a horny troll because he just finds excuses to play like the most flagrant twerk videos every day on his show. Do you see the aggressive twerking going on in the
Find me
background?
another twerk video, guys.
Yeah, he gets to play twerking every day because he's like, claiming he hates it.
Tell the people I'm not horny, right, MAGA Hulk? Yeah. I'm not a horny racist.
It's hard to do that, Eric.
That was just got a twerking video.
He was once left leaning, but now he's a staunch conservative.
Cheeks,
Look at those cheeks.
Those
baby.
cheeks are moving.
Whoa.
My Lord.
So Wes, did you just do a whole bunch of twerks? You have? Oh wow.
Yeah, there's some more twerks.
Wes was so happy to do this.
Look at her.
Wes, look at
her
that.
go.
Where'd you find these? Are you on OnlyFans? Is this...
Twerking on YouTube. Twerking compilation 2020.
Wes texted like 4 hours before we normally get ready to work. He's like, I'm going to do this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun day.
So that's that. It's an epidemic, and one I can get behind.
Yeah.
Infect me.
Yeah.
We're with you. I think this is we've been strong Tierra Mac supporters both times. So.
That's damn right. Opposite of Eric Bolling on this one. Keep the twerks coming. You guys want to wheel it?
Also, Eric Bolling, stop pretending like you're not sending dick pics to people.
Right.
Like it's okay. Yeah.
Multiple.
Cup of coffee in the big time.
multiple people.
William.
Oh my gosh, back to back.
Running it back.
Look at that.
William's got the coffee tomorrow on the 1,000th. That's fitting.
So that was for the grand.
TikTok for me on the grand. Nice.
MAGA Hulk's he's like a refrigerator, man.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
huge.
he's huge.
I'm looking at it.
That's what I'm saying. Like that MAGA Hulk is about to be a star.
He's not.
This election season.
I'm looking right now. Will he has 78 followers on Instagram.
Oh yeah, but just bring him out.
His
to
Twitter
events.
profile doesn't exist.
Bring him out to events. He's gonna be like it'll be at 100,000 before the end of election season.
We'll see.
He's a big boy.
Yeah. With a frame like that, and he finds charges of racism to be absolutely egregious, and he could just come out and say that for any white Republican.
Let me put up one more picture of MAGA Hulk before we close it out, because this one is just fantastic. Hang on 1 second, it's loading here. Boom! Look at this guy. I mean, he's enormous. He's like a professional bodybuilder.
Yeah,
Anyway.
MAGA Hulk, man. I think he's got a future in politics. I'd say.
Yeah.
He reminds me of President Camacho from.
I think MAGA Hulk has a future of politics for the Conservative Party.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Mark. Like he could mascot every single pep rally or whatever.
Oh, he's Charlie Kirk's bodyguard.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's
MAGA Hulk is Charlie Kirk's.
Well, he's a
bodyguard?
Turning Point USA guy. He's hawking Charlie Kirk's new book, The College Lie.
That's a good job for him.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, no, what I'm saying is MAGA Hulk needs to ladder his way up. Charlie Kirk's small potatoes. MAGA Hulk, he could climb the ladder.
Someone bigger as bodyguard, but that's a good starting point for MAGA Hulk.
Right. Yeah. He's warming up, guys.
Okay. All right. Well, that's gonna do it. Thank you for coming on back on the train with us. We appreciate it. Tomorrow, 1,000. So please tune in, spread the word. If you know someone that hasn't listened to the podcast, really helps us grow by sharing the podcast with them. And a lot of people have, DM'd us and told us that is what bonds their friendships. So also patreon.com/heartfactor.
Be a good friend.
Yeah, be a
share
good friend.
Hard Factor with a friend. That's
You like sharing good stuff,
friend
right?
would do.
Yeah, like you share like a great restaurant, share hard factor. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, that's enough. We're running long. We love you, and we hope you have a great fucking day.
Hard Factor. Cheat on the news. Patreon.com/Hard Factor.